Georgina, how are you? It's been a long time since we've seen you and we've been up and running, but we'll explain that to the viewers why we've not been up and running. But today we've agreed we're going to close down because we've been practicing from the books, mainly from the Healthy Witch books by JT Perkins, excuse me, by Red Feather. Shifer Red Feather, and I see a lot of positive improvements definitely after the Halloween, although it was Mercury retrograde until the 4th of November. How was it for you? Because you were on holiday.
I was, yes. I was a bit worried that we were going to have problems with the travel, but thankfully that was okay. But it's definitely made me look at my work-life balance and trying to bring a better balance between the two, because I work a lot of hours and I'm neglecting things that I shouldn't be when it comes to family and friends.
Ah, right. Okay.
I'm sort of reviewing that, and I've ordered myself a planner that I'm waiting to arrive so that I can actually plan out my week, have set days for certain things so that I actually have a day off, or maybe
So
two.
you're going to stick it on your door? Your
Yeah, I'm going to put it up on the wall so
uh,
that it's there as a constant reminder.
uh. Well, I found this book very, very fascinating. Or I've met with the Halloween or Samhain festival, the Halloween in our calendar. I made the video on the pumpkin soup and doing the pumpkin with the lights, and we got a lot of reactions on that, and so the kids were being creative, hopefully with their parents, and Mum was busy in the kitchen. It's the first time I've tried pumpkin soup, and it was with garlic and ginger, and it was absolutely phenomenal. I wish there were more pumpkins all the year through. So I'm going to try to get some squashes, because here in Holland in Den Haag we've got a big market that's open nearly every day except Sunday, and they've got all kinds of fruits and vegetables from all over the world, because we've got Moroccan people, Turkish people living in Holland, and also asylum seekers, and so they bring also their traditional dishes in, and there's also different restaurants, but restaurants are because of the second lockdown. But this is the digestive system, a big thing for the digestive system, and today I thought we would be doing the two last elements: air, which is the large intestine, and also the lungs, and that is coupled obviously to Archangel Michael, because he's the chest, and the throat chakra, which you breathe through as well. So that's how I relate to it. But I noticed that the energy did change drastically after Halloween. You could already see it in the readings up to Halloween and after Halloween, and it's going now into the action, the fiery energy. It's down in Scorpio, and now we're going into Sagittarius. So the video for Sagittarius energy is out there as well. So it's going to be a busy month because of your business, and also a lot of shops hopefully will do good business, the ones that are open. And I hope the restaurants will be open at Christmas. So we'll have a little bit more normality back. But I also see in the readings for the yearlies that the energy of what we're in now is going to hang on in there until the end of March, beginning of May, and then everything is more or less balancing out. And we are preparing for next year, number 6, because next year is number 5, 2022 is number 6. So I think we'll find through the second half of the year, we'll find that balance already coming in, that stability.
That's good.
So
Let's
yeah, well, for air, we have, of course, the big intestines, and after the air, we'll go on to fire, which is the small intestines and the hearts.
Sounds
And I
good.
think sounds good indeed, because the heart is where the home is, and it's the end of the year, and our heart is with love, celebrations, Thanksgiving, Christmas, being together, hopefully. So I think that would be a very nice ending. So the viewers, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed the series. And I haven't heard from Wendy, so I don't know whether the Dutch series is going to come. I'm sorry. You know, it could be also because of COVID, and she's got the boys at home. I think that is the reason. Okay, so let's get started with our is the air. So I'll show, for those that don't know what I mean, I'll just show that this is the far left of the pentagram, and that is air. And it says large lungs, large intestine, and the Mambon and Samhain fall equinox. We've had that. So then I'll go back and read a little bit more. These two organs have very close energetic relationship. The lungs are responsible for the distribution of all your food energy. You don't want this energy to become sluggish. Your body depends on a functioning lung energy system to get all the nutrition to the rest of the body. How do I know if my lungs or large intestines are happy? Shortness of breath, asthma, skin problems, a bloated face, a cough that doesn't go away or gets worse, hoarseness or wheezing, chest pain, coughing up blood, pneumonia that doesn't go away or that goes away and comes back. Now, I would like to mention we have to stay realistic, and at the time of year that we're in now, we are likely more to catch colds. So take it with a pinch of salt. Use your healthy brain to think things through before you start panicking. All right. What causes lung or large intestine failure? Smoking, eating too many carbs or processed foods, toxin or poisons released into your body in the form of mucus or a head cold, cancer, asthma, IBS was that intestine bowel syndrome?
Irritable bowel syndrome.
Thank you. Irritable bowel syndrome. Diseases could be Crohn's, diverticulosis, diverticulitis, ulcerative colitis, just to name a few. Okay, and chamomile tea is good because that is, we've got the chamomile plant here, and so that reminds me of chamomile tea, and so that calms the intestines as well.
Lovely. I love caramel tea.
Yeah, it's I like jasmine as well. Okay, the magical associations is the nose, the skin. I won't go into the detail of this. I would suggest get this book if you would like to look after your digestive system and the organs that are involved in this. We've already handled a few, so have a look at this series. Okay, also a magical association is grief, the emotion associated with the lung, and crying helps you relieve stress. Autumn is the season of the environmental factor is dryness. Metal, the corresponding element metal. Okay, white is the color, spicy is the taste, The lungs direction is west through air sits in the east, where we are talking about the lung direction. So that moves from the west to the east. Lung direction, large intestine, energy is dominated between hours 3 o'clock in the morning to 7 o'clock at night. The tarot cards is Lovers, and that is also Gemini. Partnerships, Death, Scorpio. So that's really, I think, is the same. I can say that's how I would remember it. June to Scorpio, because that is also, yeah, the death cards, Gemini, Scorpio.
Okay. Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, the death card I always associate with transformation.
Yes, but for the zodiac sign, that's what they are presenting. So the death card represents Scorpio, and we are with the lungs is Lovers. That's Gemini. So we should enhance our build up to our immune system from June, July, August, right to Scorpio. So that could take
so we're ready
6
for the winter
months.
as well.
Yeah. And the crystal is moss agate. It stimulates the digestive process and relieves gastritis, and anhydrite removes, retains, or excess fluid and disperses swellings. How can I fix my lungs and the large intestine? Stop smoking. Well, we've done that. Stop smoking. So stop consuming soda, candy, snacks, anything with fructose, high fructose, or corn syrup. That's processed foods for those that don't know what kind of foods they are. Okay, and also sugar. The body makes sugar into carbs. And she said, don't eat too many carbs. Eat pears, honey, mushroom, chili, bamboo shoots, scallions. I don't know what scallions are, or chestnuts. Ooh, puffed chestnuts, roasted chestnuts, lovely. Consume more home-baked cooked foods, non-fast foods and restaurant foods. Well, I've been budgeting my shopping as well, and usually I make a big pot of soup or macaroni or brown rice with tomato sauce. Instead of doing the spaghetti, I've made the bolognese sauce and put it on brown rice. And it's budgeting cooking, because you make a big bowl, you can freeze it in, and there you go, you've got healthy food.
Yeah.
And I do drink a heck of a lot of water. I always do. I drink pint glasses, about 4 of them a day. But don't overdo it. But you do rinse your system out. It makes you flow. Yeah. Keep going with the flow.
Yeah.
I've got a new meaning for that now. And then we've got the plan of action. Well, I've written it in my jotter because I want to keep this book clean. And then we go on to the fire. And fire is at the, let me have a look, at the bottom left or right. There. Can you see it?
Yeah, just about.
There.
Doesn't want to focus, but yeah.
I'm sorry, I've only got a cheapy camera.
I'm working off my phone, it's fine.
I can't see it when I'm doing it from the phone. The bottom right-hand corner of the pentagram houses the fire. This is where the heart and small intestines preside. Your heart's job is to coordinate all communications between the organs, meaning maintaining the proper function and enable them to work in harmony. Your heart, as well as your liver, controls the circulation of blood in your body. The important energy assigned of the heart is to also control aspects of your mind and emotions. Many of the problems we associate with the heart are linked to other organs, especially the liver, the kidneys, and the spleen, which we've already gone into.
Yeah. And it's the one part of our body that has the largest electromagnetic field is our heart center. It's more
Yes.
so than what our head is as well.
Mm,
Thinking.
yeah.
Sorry, random little facts there I thought I'd throw in.
Well, what happens in the body comes out in the mind. What happens in the mind comes out in the body. That's why we have to maintain the balance, or try to maintain the balance. How do I know that my small intestines are happy? It says isn't happy. Okay. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, blocked arteries, lack of energy, depression, anxiety, panic attacks or rapid heartbeats, bloating, gas, abdominal cramping, and constipation. Well, if you eat herbs, and there's plenty of herbs in this book,
Yep.
you've got no constipation. Garlic is good for that. Except, well,
Okay.
use the Chinese garlic. They're like little onions. They don't smell on your breath so much.
I didn't know that.
Well,
Thank
they're really big. They're about like equivalent to about 3 toes of garlic, big toes.
Okay.
Okay. Heartburn. What causes heart or small intestine failure? Heartburn caused by stagnant stomach energy. Eating too much and overthinking will cause stomach problems, which will affect the heart. So there you are. What I just said, coming out of the heart for the mind in the stomach, and from the heart to wherever. I don't know that one yet, but it always is a vice versa effect. A lack of exercise, consuming soda, too much alcohol or caffeine, and all the other bad foods I've mentioned in this book. Cancer and other extreme diseases, infection, IBS, ulcers, which I blame on stress. Menopause will cause the heart to beat rapidly. Also, if you have too many toxins in your liver, your heart may speed up to help move things along, thus causing rapid heartbeats. Okay. The magical association with the fire is the corresponding element. So the corresponding element is fire. And the tongue is the sense organ. Do you have a nasty taste on your tongue that just won't go away? No. Well, then you need to pay attention to this. The emotion is joy. Summer is the season, and heat is the environmental factor. There you are. Comes back to June, Scorpio with the cards. The color is red. Okay. The taste is bitter. The direction is south. No argument here. Heart and small intestine energy dominates between the hours of 11 at night and 3 p.m. 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Do you stress during the working day, and are you so busy you don't take time to have lunch? That is bad. Okay, the tarot card is strength. That is August. Then you've got death. Leo is the heart, and death is Scorpio, which is the small intestines. The crystal is rhodochrosite, aids spleen, kidneys, heart, pituitary. Pituitary you can find right here. It's like a walnut in your brain. That gland and circulation of blood. Kunzite strengthens the circulatory system and heart muscle. Obsidian aids digestion, detoxifies, dissolves blockages and tension, including hardening of arteries. Onyx aids the heart. The heart has the ability of affecting your digestion because the heart and small intestines share a close energy connection. How can you fix it? Smile. Get up in the morning, look in the mirror and smile from your heart. Aren't I wonderful? Just say that. Think positive thinking.
Yeah.
When it comes to your heart, you may have to take medication or medicine. Exercise. Eat smaller portions at each meal. Drink more water. Avoid caffeine. Minimize stress. Take care of your liver to help your hearts. Right, and then we have the plan of action again, and then we go into the last half of the book, because the last half of the book is the spells, what you can eat. Also, I have used the spells as incantation so well from this book as from the workplace and spells, and I love this book.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's magic. It is literally magic. It's also very peaceful when I don't do the spells, okay? It's not that I don't believe in them, because whatever you say, you put out into the universe, but it gives you, it's like the reset button to thinking positively or bringing something to the sense to bring out into the divine angels and the deities or whatever, for whomever it is significant. They know what you are wishing. If you're wishing peace, or if you're wishing to get to work and not land up in the traffic jam, because I love that spell. And the
Yeah.
computer. Oh, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I didn't have a computer for 3.5 weeks. No internet, no TV,
I
no
know.
telephone. So I
What a
couldn't.
nightmare.
Yeah, it was. My washing machine packed up and I felt retrograde. I hate Mercury retrograde. It can go stay in retrograde. It's gone away from retrograde now
Yeah.
since the 4th of November. Okay. I never felt it that severe. Okay. What was um, your experience with working through the book?
I found it really helpful to kind of bring my attention back to what I'm actually putting in my body.
Yeah.
So easy to kind of lose track, and you're just going through the motions of, oh, that'll do. Yeah, I'll eat that.
Yeah.
But
Resonates.
yeah, yeah, that tastes nice. Yeah, that'll do. So to actually slow down and consciously think about what I'm eating and the quantities that I'm eating has been really helpful. So my diet has changed since we started this, and I am eating more fruits and vegetables, and I'm being more conscious of my portion size as well.
Okay. Just a tip for people that are on the dole or have a pension. I can't afford it to buy food, because fruit is very expensive, especially biological fruit. A tip: go to the market at the end of the day, and usually you can get cheap veg and cheap fruit for half the price.
Yeah.
So just a tip. Or if you go to the Hal Al, I don't know whether you've got those stores in England as well. The
Yes,
people that are Islamic or Jewish, and they have fresh fruit every day, and sometimes they have special offers, or also at the end of the day, but they're usually cheaper than the supermarkets, and they're usually healthier food than in the supermarkets.
yeah,
Or buy in England, when I lived in Jersey, I used to go to the farm shop,
yeah, yeah. The farm shops are really good as well.
and
I've
there
got one
come.
local.
If you look at Country Life on BBC, and they're coming back, but they're coming back big, really big. I've seen. They're making their jams, they're making their honey, they're working together in the community. So the farm shops are bigger and they're more voluptuous and luxurious looking by what I've seen on Country Life. But yes, go to your local stores, your community stores, always feel that they are outpricing themselves in the market. Nothing, not enough is going to the growers, the farmers, etc., etc. And the quality is pure, because when you have a butcher that sells from the farm, he slaughters it himself, you know there is not so much rubbish, no hormone stuff and all that. It's more
Yeah,
pure.
because they're natural feed as well.
Yeah.
So they'll be out to graze and things like that. So.
And there is also, apparently, I've seen also a report on a farmer that saves lives, goats' lives, like milk, because they usually get the chop. But there is a farm, and he does make them grow, and then the old tied ones or something like that. I don't want to make the story too long. They get the chop, but they do have a lifespan. They're not just born and let to die and starve. And he said the goat's meat is really nice, but a lot of English people don't want to eat goat's meat, but it's really tender.
Oh.
And the sheep, a lot of sheep meat is not being used, not being ate so much as in the 1950s and the 60s. So
It's expensive.
there is a shift in meat to eat less meat as well.
Yeah, that's true, because they keep saying how much it impacts our carbon footprint and all the rest of it. So they're kind of, there's groups out there that are encouraging us to not eat meat like we used to.
No, I don't. Once, I can't afford it. Secondly, I never was really a meat eater, but at home we had to empty our plates. But I'm glad that since I'm grown up for myself, I eat less meat, and variety is the spice of life. So the saying has come into life for a reason. So change meat to chicken, to fish, to vegetarian, and you'll make your children and yourself healthier, but also more conscious of your environment. And that is what this book has even more brought to focus for me, to be more conscious of my environment.
Yeah.
Like, I can't walk very well, so I use a Zimmer frame on wheels, and I put the dog on there if she's tired, but I also put a cardboard box on the seat because I can't lift because of my back, but I walk to the shops, and that's how I save CO2 in the air and money.
Yeah, no, that's good.
So I'm doing my bit.
You are, yeah.
Because I haven't got a bike. Okay. I'm too scared to ride a bike because of the balance. Okay, I think we better go to the conclusion, because that has a very important message from TJ Perkins, and she is wrote the conclusion. So I will read the conclusion, and I would like to say thank you to all the members for watching and supporting the series, and I hope you will join us in the workshop next year. That should be around 15th, between the 15th and the 20th of January. For anybody that's interested, I'll leave the link below, but you can also connect with our beautiful Georgina West from Healing Moons. She's got a Facebook page, an Instagram page, and also a YouTube page.
Yeah.
And let her know, or let me know, you would like to join. It's only going to be about 10 people in a group, because we are using Zoom, or we will be using the Facebook rooms, and we need time to converse with each other, to talk and listen to each other, because we are also going to learn from each other. There will be homework, but you must get these books, and the course will be around €150 for 10 episodes.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
I hope so. Yeah, I know it's going to be fun, but I hope a lot of people will join in. So, if you would like to join the course and you haven't got the money, then you know what to ask for Christmas. Money, money, money makes the world go round. Okay, the conclusion from TJ Perkins is you finally made it through to the end, and I'm so very proud of you. I cannot stress enough that the important thing to remember is that this field guide alone will not solve all your health issues. I strongly encourage you to find a chiropractor who uses the activator method and also incorporates the nutrition response testing in their practices. Not only do I recommend this, I swear by it. This is what has helped me tremendously. It's holistic and truly works. Never heard of an activator method here in Holland. It is something that I've learned from the book. So, and I haven't been able to do the research, but the most closest that I've been able to compare it to is the molecular system. And those are holistic practitioners that have also got a GP qualification, but have specialized in the homeopathy and the holistic way of doing doctoring. So you've got two doctors rolled into one, and they only use herbs, and they don't look at your symptoms and make a diagnosis, but they also look holistically, wholesomely, what you eat, how you sleep, what you work, what your history is, and that is a good doctor.
Mm. It sounds
Molecule,
it.
molecular doctor, GP. Okay. Adjustment and nutrition are in two parts, but can be done simultaneously. Your doctor will advise which all nature supplement foods to take to help each organ and achieve maximum wellness. Well, I don't have to go to my GP, then he will send me through to a dietist. Go back to page 10 and reread about this method. Do research online and ask questions of the chiropractor of your choice. Well, a chiropractor does not do dietist things. So again, this might be different where she's from in the United States or Canada, wherever she's living, but I think you should seek the homeopathist or a holistic doctor that does combined or has a practice and has a dietary assistant there or specialist therapist and a chiropractor. Now, for me, a chiropractor didn't work. So you have to talk with your GP as well, whether whether it is advisable if you have whiplash, for example, or if you have had a hip replacement or a knee replacement, whether a chiropractor would be practical for you. Use your common sense and your healthy brain. The Dragon's Way nutrition and exercise program is just that, learning how to eat right using the nutrition program that has been around for centuries and incorporates Chinese exercises and theory, like the I Ching, I suppose, and the Yin and the Yang. If there are any wellness centers in your area, please ask if anyone teaches this class. You may have to look it up online to find out where the instructor is in your location. Here in Holland, we have introduction days, and you can join a lesson for free and see whether it is for you. So before forking out all that money, go out and try a lesson. Okay, usually in open days or presentation days or in the holidays, so to get people coming in. Okay, and that goes for anything from judo to tai chi or yin and yang or yoga. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
I took this class and it was difficult for me to stay involved. You have to be committed. However, you have to be committed with everything. The Dragon's Way showed me that the organs, the energy flow, and most of the magical association I've mentioned in this guide all relate to the pentagram, the elements, and the path. I learned more health philosophy than anything else, which has come in handy as magically grow trust in the goddess and stay open and accepting to new ways of healthy care, nutrition, and looking at how it will balance your life. When your body is healthy from the inside out, your magical energy will flow, and then you can be a healthy witch. And then she's got book references, website references. So I think this is awesome. And you know, this is a book which can shorten one's search for something right, but
Yes.
it motivates you to look for yourself and to find what is right for you. And that is what I also think, which is wonderful from this book. The motivation to get out there, focus on something else, don't give up. I think that is the positive side of this book.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
And
It's got some
there's
really
so
nice.
much, yeah. These two books have so much information. And you know, when we were talking about smudge sticks and everything,
Yeah.
there is a new book out on Shy for Red Feather, and it's called the Smudge Book.
Okay, I think I remember seeing that when I looked through the catalogue.
And I didn't realize that you could make smudge sticks from flowers. I thought it was just sage. So you can have some really nice smudge sticks hanging with camilla, lavender, anything that's smelly, dried flowers. And you've
Yeah.
got the colors as well for in the winter. And I did put the link of the Healthy Witch underneath one or two of the videos. That lady that makes jam and everything, she's got arthritis and she's got special holders for her fingers so they don't go wrong because they get dislocated. And she's taken people, her viewers, also on the journey to her hospital and everything else. She's made her story also for the whole world, and that's what I want to do with the Whiplash. So that is next year's project. I've already put one video out there, what symptoms or what questions you can be asked with regard to Whiplash, and that is what I want to do. That was before I started these series. That is what I wanted to do, but I'm so busy and there's still some things that I haven't got answers to, so I have to wait until the answers are found out. Let me put it that way.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I will start the Whiplash journey series as well. So this book has also shown that to me to tell my own story in my way.
Yeah.
I can't write I couldn't write anything as good as this, so I'll be flogging mine.
That's fair enough. Everyone's different, so you've got your form of communication and getting it out there, and that's the main part of it.
Yeah, and you too.
Yeah.
I've been following you too with the meditations.
Yeah.
Not only you're selling things, but I think you're. I don't see you live sometimes, but I always go back. I always go back and rewatch, and you've got such a calming voice, and you do a better job with it than I do. I've made a meditation video, but you are You're so calming, you fall asleep.
To be honest, sometimes when I record them, because normally I'd record them in my bedroom, but because of my furry co-hosts that normally come in, normally I'd have both of them in. I've had to stop doing that, and I have to go in a different room and leave them asleep, because otherwise you've just got the dog snoring in the background. Because
I
you can
heard
hear
Toby.
Toby. Yeah, Toby's just snoring, and I'm like, no, that was way too loud. That's on the recording. No one wants to hear that. Let's go somewhere else.
Okay. Well, it's really been fascinating and wonderful to work with you. I really think you're an amazing lady. You've got a brain in you. Oh, wow. Really.
I try.
And we've learned a lot from you. Thank you. It's
Oh, you're
also
welcome.
it's
Thank you for
also
having me.
nice to get a different perspective on things.
Yeah, yeah. It's been great fun working with you and to
Thank
know you along the journey.
you. But you know, that Indian, that shaman information that you brought in, that still rings a bell to me. So I do listen to you.
It's because I'm constantly reading. I should regurgitate more of what I read, but because I've got so many books, there's always something on the go that I'm learning about.
That's the way to stay active and not get demented.
Yeah.
That's what my mum used to say. She used to do the six-star crossword puzzles.
Oh,
She
yeah.
was amazing. She never got demented. Okay.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Let's go to chapter 5 on page 89, and that is bringing us to the final conclusion of this video. As it is the Yule, and since you're our pagan and Wiccan, I would love you to do this. And I'm getting emotional here
Oh,
because it's the end of the series, the end of the year, because the Yule time is New Year. So you have the experience. So please explain to us, what does Yule mean for you?
for me, it's obviously around our darkest time of year when the days are really short. So I always focus on letting go. But
That's true.
I'm gonna read what's in here for you in the
And
book.
and then put it in your own words if you like, because
Okay.
then we've got the book. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll start reading while you have a moment.
Yeah.
To
It's
start off your deepest healing magic, we begin in the darkest time of year, Yule. At this time, we pull into ourselves and battle darkness and shadows. In the witch's world, shadows refer to emotional burdens, sadness, fear, anger, and other dark but natural emotional states. If you harbor and or carry these around for too long, they tend to manifest as other things, such as stress, cancer, or other illnesses. This is a time to lay down the magical foundation for what you hope to accomplish in the coming cycles. In other words, create a to-do list of goals. This is also our time to practice encounters with shadow, penetrating its reality and seeing it for what it truly is. Yule is about promise. It teaches us that life and energy go on eternally. Remember, the new solar light emerges from darkness, and even in our darkest hour, we can find a spark of light. Our task as witches is to also search for that spark. Another aspect of Yule is the interplay of death and rebirth. This is where your healing comes in. The kidney and urinary bladder dominate the dark time of year, which goes from Yule to Imbolc. Now is the time to focus inwards. Each of us has a ritual that we'd like to do at this time of year. I'm proposing a basic ritual, but to include healing and an encounter with your shadow, illness, or pain as energy. Shadows cannot be destroyed, but they can be transformed. And then it goes on to talk about a ritual for the Yule practice as a solo practitioner.
She's left a note there as well. This ritual is for the solo practitioner, but if you have a group ritual with everyone focusing on your healing, then that will make the magic that much more powerful. So there again, solidarity. Together we stand strong. And that's a beautiful way of ending the series and the year. So let go of the old to let in the new. And in England, get a piece of coal and carry it from the front door to the back door and let it go through. Cleanse your house. And
That's exactly what I'm doing at the moment. I'm having a massive clear out emotionally, physically, and just getting rid of all of the old.
yeah, well, I'm at that stage. I'm waiting for new so I can clear away the old, let in the new. And I'm waiting. I know the new's coming. I know what is coming. So I hope I will hear this month rather than next month.
No, fingers crossed.
It's going to be great, 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 great. And yeah, I think magic is going to happen next year, big time for everybody.
Yes.
Definitely. We are going to prepare for 2022, getting the balance back. It will be falling down, dusting ourselves, stand up, dusting ourselves off, but we will get there, and everybody towards their own goal. Definitely.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Thank you very much for working with me. I wish you a beautiful Christmas and a prosperous and happy and healthy and safe new year.
You too.
Take care and bye-bye. May the divine and the angels be with you.
And you.
Thank you. Ciao.